Welcome everybody to ISAY Spandan meet and greet, first of the session. So we'll just introduce the team for now, one by one, each instructor, how the team came into being. And everybody, if you can switch on your camera and put yourself on mute, that'll be great, unless you have to speak something. So let's see who's first. This is the agenda. We'll have the introduction of all the teachers, the volunteers, and the leadership team. And second, it'll be briefing by Vinay, undergoing work, future programs, etc., which direction ISAY will go, and the planning. Then we'll have question answer session. And then after that, we'll have 5 minutes of meditation by me, and we'll leave after meditation. All right. Next is we see the vision is for health and wellness for all. So this is the vision for ISAY. And that we are in a mission to spread the knowledge of yoga in a holistic approach as a way of life, to start yoga in a grassroots level. That means educate the masses what yoga is and make it a social cause. Also leading a global movement to transform health and well-being of our people through ancient system and wellness approach. Also making yoga accessible. So online platform is a very good tool for that, and also affordable to the mass. Okay. So there's some very dedicated teachers we have on the team, and I've just put them as they have filled the registration form or their information. The first of our core team is Asha Kiran Rathore. She's a yoga trainer coach from Kapila Maharshi Research, Hyderabad, and also from S. Vyasa. And she's a very interactive teacher. Actually, I have attended one of her classes, and she loves to give therapeutic aspect of yoga. That's what I found. And she has a very good interpersonal relationship, and she wants to give the knowledge of yoga where it comes very naturally to her. And she has a lot of confidence when she carries out the exercise. Next is Arvind Rohila, and he's an engineer by profession from Madurai University. And he's also a quite experienced yoga teacher and has done several workshops, including advanced workshop, and taught internationally also. Next, we have Lakhvinder. Lakhvinder has done yoga from Pune, Maharashtra, and she's passionate about health and fitness. And her goal is to help others also through the path of yoga. Okay. Next, we have Vaishali Jain. She's from Rajasthan, and she's done her yoga training from Santan Yoga and Therapy Center. She's also a Reiki teacher. She's from Jaipur. She loves teaching yoga, feels like yoga is a magic, and she tries to spread the positivity through her beautiful smile. Next, we have Subir. Subir has a lot of qualifications under his belt. He's an advanced yoga teacher, and he's also an engineer by profession. And working with ISAY platform, he wants to spread the knowledge of yoga and message to yoga among all. He's very passionate yoga teacher, and also to spread the traditional knowledge of yoga. Next, we have Anuradha Pandit. She's done CCY from Kavaledham, Lonavla. She's a BA graduate and worked as an admin in a school. And she's currently doing her master's in yoga therapy. And her motto is to help and serve as many people as she can. Then next comes, we have Neha Agarwal. She's done from Morarji Desai National Institute of Yoga and certified in integrated yoga therapy, blending traditional yoga practice and Ayurveda with modern science. And she has a lot of qualification under her belt as well. And she's also a certified Ayurvedic cosmetologist. Okay, and she's done a lot of training in medical aspect, medical healing. Okay, and also pre and postnatal yoga. Then we have Jasmine Pradeep Gajare. Jasmine is very, very talented. Not only she's a yoga teacher, she's an assistant professor for commerce and visiting faculty in the management college. And she's also pursuing PhD in yoga. And she's a trained Kathak dancer, and she runs her own Kathak school. And she's also trained in acupuncture. So it's so nice to see teachers, they are trained in so many other fields than yoga. We are really blessed to have such teachers with us. Then we have our dear Subai. Subai is right now in Vietnam, originally from Bengal, and he's been doing yoga since childhood. You must attend his class, and the way he conducts yoga is so charming. He's loved by all, and he attends his class, does his class with so much of love and concern for people. It's very admirable. He's not here today because he has his classes right now, but he's a regular yoga teacher for us. Then we have Ritu Dubey, yoga teachers training from Yog Nigetan. And she's a beginner's yoga expert and teaches from beginning. And she teaches without any flaws. And her aim is to develop maximum awareness of yoga so that people can benefit from it. Okay. Then another dedicated teacher we have is Shambhavi Priya. She's in a continuous process of learning and teaching and hopes to take you along with her journey. And she's an amazing theory teacher. The way she teaches theory, you should attend her theory classes because it's just like a beautiful storytelling. Her goal is to reach out to more and more people and spread this knowledge of yoga. Next, we have Sonia Mahajan. She's done from Yogatraya School. She works as a team lead in a multinational company. And you can see from her confidence on her face, and she does her job well. And she follows her fitness passion along with regular job. And her goal is also to spread health and wellness to all. Next, we have Khushbu Shukla. She's done from Arogya Yogshala. She tells about herself, a free being who walks, talks, breathes, and teaches yoga and is on a mission to spread happiness around the world. And she wants to help as many people as possible. And the next we have none other than Mr. Ravinder Singh Atri, certified yoga teacher from International Shivananda Yoga Vedanta Center, which follows systematic and precise approach to classical Hatha Yoga. And he's trained in various asanas, pranayams, and is very passionate about spreading this knowledge of yoga. He also does, his main business is tourism, and he does run 2 tourist sites. And you should check out the abletraveler.com, which he started for people with differently abled people. So that's very impressive. You should all check out that one. And so we are so happy to have all these teachers in our team. They're so talented in other aspects also. We have other significant teachers who didn't get time because they're traveling or maybe busy with their MSc or PhD. Ankita, Anita, Akshata, Vriddhi, Nagesh, Pooja, Dhaneshwari, Swapnila, Shailendra, Sujana, Neha. These teachers have been with us from the day one we started the yoga camp in June and have constantly been with us and helping us in our journey. And we must mention our volunteers. We have 2 very dedicated volunteers, Suman Yadav, also known as Pooja. She has extensive experience in project management. Thank you so much, Suman, for your valuable time. And Rashmi Shetty, she's extremely valuable support, providing support in back-end work and data analysis and handling. So all the registration she handles. So thank you both of you for providing your valuable time and effort. So let's see how this ISAY came into being, and let's focus who were instrumental in starting ISAY. Okay, so I'll focus on those people now. So before that, I want you to take 10 minutes just to review whatever is on the screen by Swami Vivekananda. So that's how ISAY came into being. The people in the leadership team, every cell of their body was reverberating with that idea. So that's how we came together and started this concept. So I'm very pleased to introduce Uma Yadav. Welcome, Uma. She has so many experiences and under her belt, so many certification. And she's a research scholar. She's pursuing her PhD right now. And the best thing about her is she has so much compassion to help people. Not only that, she's also blessed with a family and close knit of friends who are so dedicated to work of ISAY. Next, I introduce Poonam Bhatia. Poonam Bhatia is a teacher by profession, and she's also a children's yoga teacher. And her focus is mind-body, a holistic approach. Apart from this, she also is a part of a non-government or NGO, which works in human trafficking, and plays significant role in curbing human trafficking. We are so proud to have Poonam with all her social initiative under her belt. Next, we have Radha Krishna Subbalakshmi. She's popularly known as Radha, postgraduate in biotech from Mysore University. And she has adopted yoga as a way of life. And she's adept in various beginners to advanced levels of yoga. And she also helps our backend team to manage all the registration and works with our volunteers. And finally, we come to Mr. Vinay Kumar Shetty. If I say that ISAY is brainchild of Vinay, that won't be wrong, because he is the base, Aadhar of ISAY, and because of his positive energy, and you can all read all his certification. I can't even read those technical terms, but I want you to pay attention on Go Green, his social initiative across India and creating awareness and working with the forest department to have more than 15,000 plus saplings plantation initiative across. And also during the COVID, he ran a driver support program, which the program distributed grocery kit for more than 1,000 plus taxi drivers who actually lost their earnings. So he's been in the social cause field for a long time, and I think he lives for that. That's the purpose of his life. So I'll pass on to Vinay to brief us about things.
Next slide, Archana. Can we all get up?
Why?
Can we all get up? Okay, great. You can sit down now. I would like to cover Archana because she wanted somebody introduce Archana. I want to just give a little story before I start this. So ISAY was not planned, right? ISAY was not planned typically. We just came up with the thought that during COVID phase 2, it's where from phase 1 and phase 2, that's where we felt most of them are turning out to be positive. Ashwin is joining, okay. So we had a lot more cases in a phase 2, and the death rate was also very high, and positive rate was also very high. And couple of our instructors, we came together and said, can we do something? And that's how it started. So I discussed initially with Uma. Uma said, anything is fine, let's do it. Usme kya hai? I discussed with Radha and Poonam. Then I started having, because we need more volunteers, right? Because we cannot just do everything. Then I created a message first to get a volunteers for this initiative. Then I get a message saying that, hey, I got this message from one of my friends. I would like to volunteer. The first message I got outside our group. Though we had our group, outside the group, the first message I got was from Archana. That's Archana, none other than Archana. She said, I want to be a volunteer. And we just spoke for 2-3 minutes. She said, I'm ready to do it. So then we came up with the program. So how do we do it? Then we started doing that. Okay, let's do a 2 weeks program. And we also started with languages. So Anuradha is also there. I would like to thank her. Anuradha said, no, I don't want to do it in Kannada. But trust me, she got more positive feedback when she did it in Kannada for the first time. The whole perspective of doing this was to enable and equip more yoga trainers to industry. So we need to build confidence, and we need to have more qualified yoga instructors. And the way we want to spread wellness, as Archana showed about a vision and objective. How can we do it? We can only do it with more and more passionate yoga trainers, right? And that's how the journey started. Then we started with regular batches. And I would like to thank each of you for your contribution, and whatever form, whatever way you contributed, and no contribution is small, right? When they were building Ram Setu, the squirrel also contributed. It was thinking that I'm just doing a little, that little itself, which made the stones to be strong, right? So every contribution, every minute you have spent for ISAY, it's going to come back 1,000 times in one form or the other way. So that's how it started, and it was not called as an ISAY 2. But then we started thinking about, now anyway we are doing, what more can we do? What can we do? How do we connect ourselves? How do we, like, everybody had a passion, right? Everybody wanted to do something. Everybody had a passion. We could see that passion, and everybody were more qualified. If you look at the profiles of the instructor, you see, I think the number of courses what Uma has done, I cannot even count. She has done MBA. Now she's doing research. Like, she's a PhD student, and she recently published an article, right? And everybody has been practicing yoga. So it's now, from how can we move from I, what is being followed by me, to we as a society? That's where ISAY came in, right? So ISAY is International School of Adi Yogi. That's the name we kept, and abbreviation it created like ISAY. So it also became catchy. And all of you been contributing. I would like to thank each of you being part with us from the day one. And ISAY is not mine or anybody's. ISAY is all of us. Like, all of us together is called as ISAY. ISAY is all about inclusivity, and we see a lot of response from the participants, and that itself is a blessing. And there are a lot more programs we want to do it. One is, we want to continue to do the social activities and to contribute for the betterment of people's health. Second thing, we also need to tie up with the corporates, and there are a couple of feedbacks we also received from the instructor, is that because they're full-time into teaching, right? So we wanted to create some avenues for them. So we are going to slowly start working with the corporates. We recently did one corporate batch as a CSR activity with the Orange company. Thanks to Pooja Yadav for that. And I'm also working with a couple of institutions and also corporates to ensure that we engage with them for the wellness programs. So I would request all of you, because Uma is going to drive the webinars or programs or workshops, I would request each of you to closely connect with Uma to define, or if you have any specific course, you see that it can go to community level, and we can also look at how do we make it more commercial also, right? Let's look at that also. And we keep this platform very open for all the instructors. One is, definitely we're going to have the social initiative. We're not going to disturb that. And also have the workshops, commercial workshop will be driven from ISAY. And this is yours. However, you want to constructively utilize this platform to deliver your skills, knowledge, and also create difference with people. Please come forward, discuss with Archana. Archana is going to manage all the operations. Please discuss with her, and let us have a plan together to grow ISAY, to grow every instructor in the way they are passionate about it. Let us support each other, and collectively, if you look at our experience and whatever Uma Archana showed, about 15 years, 10 years, or 5 years in yoga, collectively we have close to about 150 to 200 of experience, yoga experience. Can you imagine that? Individually, I may be only 2 years or 3 years, but collectively we have a close to 150 years of experience in yoga. That's the strength of ISAY today. And I can go and confidently tell anybody that we have a well enriched knowledge of 150 years of yoga. And that is possible only because of all of you. We are a tree, we are a branches. We are not single trees. We are ISAY is a single tree with all the branches. We are all the branches, right? Giving fruits. So I would request each of you get more connected. Whatever way is possible to contribute, let us contribute. Let us grow this. And the way we grow, everybody will grow. And we have to bring difference. I know there are a lot of yoga studios, there are a lot of initiatives which is being done. How do we stand apart from anybody? And we are also going to soon engage with larger institutions like Kaviladam and SVS also, and associate with them. And we also need to get into what is the mode, our instructor, what is the expectation from our instructor. So I want to touch upon very important point. Now, all of you been with ISAY, I want to understand as a backend team that what is your expectation, that how do we ensure that that expectations are fulfilled, and what is the passion you want to drive. So that is something I would request everybody to talk about it, and we'll do that after introducing one more slide. So maybe you can open up the slide, Archana. The slide which had Archana. Okay. So Archana, I gave an introduction about Archana. That's the first message. That's how we got connected. And today we're able to drive more initiatives. So what needs is the way, the kind of connection we build, and that's how we have to be connected, right? Uh, Archana has been practicing yoga from 20 plus years, and she's been teaching yoga. She's doing as a social service in Canada, and she's well connected and well rooted. Though she's in Canada, the way she talks, everything is, she's not given up even a 1% of it. But her art is here. She wants to do something in India. Definitely that will happen. And all this scheduling, it's not easy to get the scheduling done. All the data reports, it's not easy. And I'm doing projects, back-end work and operations. And I'd like to thank on behalf of everybody, the way Archana is driving. Though some people may think that, okay, she's doing a lot of follow-up, but she's doing all the follow-up is that we don't miss out any schedule or any day event. So on behalf of everybody, we want to thank Archana. Archana, thank you so much. And it's not easy. You're doing it so meticulously. And I don't think so any of us could have done the way you're done. So thank you for that. And I would like to thank all the instructors too, before I open up for discussion. So this is called as Seva. See, what we're doing is a Seva. And I've been working in the service industry only. So I know what is service. So sometimes what is to happen is the acknowledgement typically don't come the way we expect. And I used to always tell my team members, I used to manage team across India. I always used to say, we are in a service, like the function I said was facility management, administration, procurement and travel. Sometimes people only come to us when there is a problem, right? Only when something goes wrong, something is not clean, food is not available, the vehicle don't come for pickup. So only they think of us, right? I always used to tell them, when you think of a God, you think of a God when there is a problem, right? They come to us when there is a problem. And we are in a service industry, we have to do without any expectation. So you go to any temple, when you go to temple, they give you a prasad in a leaf. They give a leaf first, then they give the prasad, you eat the prasad. Then what do you do with the leaf after you eat the prasad? So what do you do with that leaf they give you? So going to put it in dustbin. There is a purpose for everything. Everything happens for a purpose. I am made to serve this. I don't expect anything out of this, right? So that is what is like we've been practicing yoga. We talk about Atma and Paramatma. And what I am doing is for Atma and Paramatma. I'm doing this service for Paramatma. So that is the way we are going to devote to God. I can do it through my work. I can do it through these karmas. I can do like social activities are karmas. So what we are doing is a karma. So this karma I'm doing, I'm blessed to do this karma without any expectation, right? So this is where I want to start with the journey that all of you had. And I would like to thank each of you and acknowledge all the contribution and thank you everybody. So now I want to open the floor to understand everybody's expectations and how do we take this to next level. And this is where everybody's contribution is important. So now it's open. I don't know who is going to go first, but I would like to call upon Anuradha. Anuradha, are you there?
I don't see
She has
her.
dropped. Okay, maybe she has dropped. So Uma, Poonam, or Radha, you want to say something? Or wants to, Ravindra, you want to go first?
Hi. Thanks for introducing us and most of us who were not part of ISA before and later on became part of it. In terms of my expectation out of ISA, I won't say that I'm expecting anything out of it. It's just what I can contribute. And depending upon my work schedule, whenever it would be possible, I would be happy to render my services. I don't know much about yoga except that I have been practicing it for myself. I don't have too much of bookish knowledge on it, and I can't talk about Patanjali sutras and all that stuff, which is at times goes beyond I think 99% of the people's head. But what I know is that it has a practice. It is a practice which gives benefit to people, and it has given benefits to me. And this is what I intend to do. And when we were talking about in one of the slides about making it accessible. Accessible is okay. I mean, as Archana said about by giving it by online services. But I think we need to look beyond and look at the deeper meaning of accessible. I have been doing it at my end, and I would like to share it with the ISAY also. We need to make yoga accessible. It's not about what acrobatic asanas we do. It's about how we reach to the people who are least, who probably yoga teachers never tend to reach to. I have been associated with NGOs where I go and where I have given lessons to visually blind people, and you will also find that in my website where I mention it. And the reason why I prefer is giving it lessons to them is first because teachers don't want to teach them. Second is if you teach them, I can assure you become a much better teacher, because there you learn how to command your language. There you will actually make a person do without looking at your camera. Most of us glued to camera and see what my teacher is doing. They completely rely on you and just go by your words. And whatever you will say, you will find that mirror reflection immediately in front of you, the way the person, if you say left, right, upside down, he will do or she will do exactly like that. So try to reach those people, those NGOs, whether it's visually blind, it is with different abilities, try to reach them and then make it accessible. This is what, if you're looking at reaching globally, if you're reaching at deepest into the society, commercial part is okay. But I think if when you go and do such acts, the name you earn for yourself could be much bigger than, and it will help you financially also going forward. The corporates, which Vinay mentioned about reaching to the corporates, CSR activities, collaborate with them, and then go into those societies where people are deprived, whether it is wheelchair people, whether it is blind people, whether it is going to, hospitals, giving them yogas to the people who need such things. So this is what I have been doing, and this is what I would expect IC to go and look at as one of the possibilities going forward. And that's it I have from my side.
Thank you, Ravindraji. I think you got a very good point. I think accessible, you gave a different perspective to it, and thank you so much. And I would request you to be, at least whatever time is available, at least mentor the backend team, be active at least in the backend team so that you can mentor the team. And you are absolutely right. Now it's all about diversity and accessible. So we need to look from that segment too. Thank you so much.
What I was saying is just expanding on Ravindraji's, that if we don't target the marginalized society, like people, we don't have an overall growth. So it's easy to just do yoga to people who can afford it or have online access. But it's also important to take those people with us who are deprived, marginalized. So it's a very, very deep point what he has mentioned, and Vinay, we need to go forward with that.
Definitely, yes. I think I'll just add to Ravindraji. I'll just give one example. So during my corporate tenure, I used to engage with a lot of NGOs. So I've done multiple activities with them. So one of the NGO in 2007. So when I approached them, I asked them like whether you need any funds or anything. The NGO is called as Samarthan. Samarthan is a blind NGO. They said we don't need funds, but we want people to spend time with us, right? So they wanted, like, everybody comes and give money donation, but what they wanted was to spend time with them. Then I said, okay, how do you want to spend time? So they play cricket. So this team represented World Cup. They were the runners up in the final. So they said we want to play cricket. So I booked a ground in Kormangla in Bangalore. So we organized one day event, like played cricket. Trust me, I invited even my CTO. I told him that you have to come for this. And my CTO was there, like everybody, all the senior management, our team was there. And we had engineers, everybody coming in. We played cricket. We booked one day, like everybody were blocked. We played the first match. We lost the first match because the way they play is going to be very, very different, right? They can't see. They can only like sound, right? Noise. though we won the second match. That one day, that fulfillment is completely different. And the management was so surprised that how can we also engage and do activities like this? It's not just about money. And thank you, because you brought that element. I thought, let me share this. Sometimes spending time with them itself is a big thing for them. So we'll definitely look into those aspects, and it definitely give different dimension for ISAY as well as all our instructors. Thank you.
And then I think what we need, I mean, the first thing we talk about yoga is about, conscious and mindful breathing. And probably every time anybody who picks up a mic and just try to be on it as a teacher on the, take the, the clothes of wearing a dress of a teacher. The first thing that he says is that most of the people, most of us don't even know how to breathe properly. So this is the situation which we face time and again. We have been talking about it time and again. But if you reach to those people who probably most of them are not even having any internet access or having any facilities where they can even think of reaching yoga or having a lesson about yoga, I think even if we teach them how to breathe properly, if we actually feel that that helps us, most of us, I think our purpose of, doing some good to the society will be a benefit.
We'll definitely take it forward, Ravindraji. Definitely, I would also, as I said, request you to be at least active in the back-end team to support our team. Like we have a couple of volunteers, so I would request you to guide them too. And thank you for bringing such a noble thought. Thank you once again. Who is going next?
I think I can speak up on this. So basically, to be honest, I had been working with multiple things. Being an English teacher and change my profession to yoga was my passion only. So that only brought me to ICA. So I think yes, what I vision is just to grow with you people, and how we can grow as a team is we can give our contributions. Like probably like Ravinder sir had said that, we can definitely mold to corporate people, and then we can definitely go to NGOs. So basically we should reach to people who need us and who actually admire yoga as a traditional form. Yes. That is it from me.
Thank you, Neha. Thank you for being there with us from the day one. Thank you so much. And
thank you.
I think what is driving us is this selflessness attitude is what is driving us. Thank you. And all
That's
of us
true.
have the same thought. That's how we are together. Thank you. So who is next?
Suman, do you want to say something?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I'm always ready to part of this Seva project, which is initiated by ISAY. So first, I would like to say thank you to Uma, because we were saved during phase 2 of Corona by Uma, and she, taught us a lot of things about how to breathe and how to survive yourself. So she, she is very good by heart. And she always inspired me to do some activities because she has a good knowledge. And apart from this, I'm working on some, the Orange is supporting some NGOs. So I'm working on that part also. So trying to contact the CSR team so we can contribute to some NGOs also. And I'm also thinking about international clients. So I have one query. Do we have any, separate session for international clients, or do we, add them in the common group? Do we have any separate plan for international clients? Am I audible?
You are muted.
Yeah, Pooja, you're audible. I think what we did in free yoga camps too, we had international participants in that. So for now, no thought, but definitely we'll get back to you. I cannot comment now, right now, but just give us a day time. But we'll come back, because we also need to look at workability, how many will be there, and which instructor can take. So we need to look at logistic support as well as it should sustain. So just give us a thanks for that, but give us 1 or 2 days, we'll get back on that. Yeah.
Yes, exactly, because international clients have different time zones. So I'm trying to contact them so
Yes.
so they can share their time zones as well as their area of
Yes.
interest. If they are interested, so we can have, need support of in funding also. And the international clients are showing some interest because the ISA team has conducted some session in Orange, so they are aware about ISA, so they want to join those groups, so they
Just
contacted.
give us 2 days, Suman.
Yeah.
For now,
Yeah.
like whatever free yoga camp you are doing, they can just join and experience, but I will let you know in 2-3 days about it. Let me discuss
Sure.
with the others. Thank you.
Sure.
And thank you, Pooja. I think the first step into corporate is through you, and thank you so much for that. You've
Thank you,
been
sir.
creating a lot of opportunities for ISAY. Thank you.
This is only because of motivational factor given by you, Archana ji and Uma ji. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Who is next? Asha Kiran, Shipra, Sandhya. I think Jasmine said she'll be in session.
Jasmine is here. Yeah.
She sent a note that she'll be in a class. Shipra, can you hear us? Shipra, Asha Kiran, Sandhya.
Nobody wants to be on spotlight, I think. Oh, Asha is here.
नमस्ते जी एक्चुअली मैं आउटसाइड हूँ और कार में हूँ, इसलिए मैं जस्ट मैं घर रीच कर रही हूँ, उसके बाद मैं कुछ बोलूँ?
Please.
Yeah, that's fine.
बस थोड़ी रहे, तब तक आप कंटिन्यू रहिए, मैं थोड़ी देर फिर से
Sandhya, can you hear us? Not sure if somebody wants to contribute or not. Anything else? Vinay, you have to talk about the upcoming camp also.
Yes. I think most of you have seen the messages in the group. We are floating again 2 weeks yoga camp that's going to start from 8th of November for 2 weeks. And we're going to run these camps on a regular basis, on a monthly basis, so that we get new faces and new people into the system and train them. So that's an objective. And request you all to share within your connect, and we can get benefit from this. So we're going to drive this as a monthly activity going forward from November. And this Spandana program is an interactive session with all our yoga instructors. So we're going to do this on a monthly basis. I think maybe we'll keep it as third Saturday of every month. So we'll freeze on that so that all of us can block our calendar and we know the schedule in advance. So the idea of this meeting is to get to know each other and understand so that we can give an update what is happening with the ISAY and what are the new initiatives. And each of you may be contributing in some of the areas. So we collectively bring out and say, this is what is happening. So it's more like a update section from all of us, and also interactive to understand like what more can we do, what else can we take up. So that will be the objective of these monthly meetings.
Do we have anything
Sandhya,
else to
Jasmine.
discuss?
I don't know whether
I think, yeah, everybody is good, looks good. So maybe we can just end the session with a small meditation. Everybody's ready? Yeah? So I have a vision I just want to share with everybody. We see in the world, we talk all about Mars, going to Mars, right? A lot of work is going on to build that spaceship that will land on Mars. So Sandhya is here. Sandhya, do you want to say something? Nice to see you. You're muted. You can't unmute? Yeah. It's on the left corner. Yeah.
So I am very happy to being a part of this ISAY family. So I would like to thank so much Poonam ji. She has joined me in this group, and I'm feeling very happy. And I got like Archana ji. She is very motivated, and every time I got inspired from her. So I want to tell thank you so much for you people.
Thank you. You're nice. So blessed to have you. You're an amazing teacher too.
Thank you.
All right. So I was just, anybody else has Shipra? You have to say something? Rashmi? No? Okay. So I was just sharing this vision of the world is having that we are going to Mars. We have advanced so much in our space technology that we're thinking of landing on Mars and creating another world there. So imagine an astronaut who is ready to go to Mars, okay? In that spaceship, how precious everything will be, right? Each and every resource, each and every person, each and every moment will be so precious because that's what you have and that's what you want to live with. So they'll take so much of care of each other. They'll take so much of care of each and every resource till they land Mars, and they'll try to utilize each and every thing to the best of their ability, right? So that's a life of an astronaut. Now bring that vision to where we are living right now, Earth. Don't you think Earth is a spaceship in itself? And we are all astronauts sailing on Earth. So close your eyes. Everybody, close your eyes gently, sit straight. And imagine this beautiful Earth we are in, which God has blessed us with so much of abundance of everything, so much of resources, water, trees, air, everything that's required for human survival. And it's a big spaceship, a ball in space, and we are riding on that. Imagine yourself sitting on the big ball that is Earth. And that blue and green ball, now expand your vision that you see Earth from a distance and see yourself, your body sitting on top of the Earth. And the Earth is revolving and rotating in our solar system. Keep your vision still there on the little you, maybe like a tiny ant sitting on top of the Earth and revolving around the sun. That beautiful Earth that we call Dharti Ma is revolving around the sun that provides us with everything that we need for our survival. Now expand your vision a little bit more. See the entire solar system in an arm of the big galaxy called Milky Way, जिसको आकाश गंगा भी कहते हैं. उसमें हमारा सौर मंडल एक छोटे से स्पेस में है. And see if you can still visualize yourself like a speck of dust on that tiny ball that is called Earth. आकाश गंगा कितना विशाल होता है. Expand your vision a little bit more and see many more galaxies in this universe that the God has created. We are so tiny and insignificant if we increase our vision so much. Now come back to that Milky Way, Akash Ganga. Come back to our solar system. Come back to that beautiful Earth on which you're sitting right now. Come back to the room where you're sitting right now. And look into the deep, dark space in front of your closed eyes. and see the whole universe in front of your closed eyes. Feel that the boundaries of your body are dissolving and you're in one with this universe. Isn't that our inherent duty to preserve what we already have? When we are that universe ourselves. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. We take a pledge today that whatever we do, no matter what actions we take, it will always have an element of preservation of this Mother Earth, its people and all its inhabitants and all the resources that we have been bestowed upon. Inhale and exhale. And we'll repeat the Shanti mantra. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Tat Sat. Open your eyes.